welcome back to the channel. So today I am telling you 5 reasons your wedding might suck and how to fix it ahead of time. And this is not an exhaustive list, so let me know if you want a part 2 to this. So obviously no one plans for their wedding to suck, but as a wedding photographer, I have seen it all behind the scenes, and I want to help protect you from some of the biggest things that I've seen affect couples and their enjoyment of their wedding day. The first one might be an obvious one, but it needs to be said. One of the biggest ways that your wedding could suck, at least for you and your partner, is if you invite people that you really don't want to. You know, the friend or family member that is known to cause drama, to get way too drunk and make a scene. These are the people that you might be pressured to invite, but let me tell you, nothing kills the vibe more than someone who's supposed to be celebrating you and is absolutely being a piece of work. To give you an example, I had a bride a few years ago who, she had her own reasons, did not want her mom's boyfriend to be in any of the photos. So she specifically planned for him to sit in the back during the ceremony or not even come to the ceremony. The mom was adamant that she wanted her boyfriend to be there, and so it caused some conflict. At the last minute before the ceremony started, the mom's boyfriend tried to sit in the front row with the family. This caused a fight between the mother and daughter right before the bride was supposed to walk down the aisle. She was in tears, and not for the right reasons, but because her mom was making this day all about what she wanted instead of what the bride wanted. I didn't personally witness this happening because I was at the front of the aisle ready to capture everyone walking down. But my second photographer witnessed this whole interaction, and the ceremony had to be delayed by like 20 minutes so that the bride's makeup could get touched up as she was crying, absolutely devastated at her mom and her mom's boyfriend for making this all about them and not honoring her wishes. She didn't want the boyfriend there at all, but because she relented and allowed him to be invited, it caused so much more drama than what it was worth. So I really want to encourage you, don't invite those people that you know treat you badly or treat your partner badly and aren't going to show up for you in the way that you want them to on your wedding day. And it's not too late. If you did already invite someone like this to your wedding, here's one thing you need to do. Appoint someone as a bouncer for your wedding day, so that if anyone is bothering you, causing a scene, making issues, you have someone who knows how to put the foot down and escort that person out if need be. It shouldn't have to be you on your wedding day. Okay, the second reason your wedding might suck is if you hate your rain plan. I see a lot of couples that fall in love with their venue for the outdoor spaces, but don't like any of the indoor options that are available. You don't have to love your rain plan, but you want to at least like it. That way, if weather doesn't go your way, your day isn't going to feel ruined and overshadowed by a plan that you didn't like at all. One of my brides last year had rain unfortunately happen at her wedding. And I know everyone says, oh, a wet knot is harder to untie. And like, yes, it's a beautiful sentiment. But yeah, at the end of the day, no one really wants rain on their wedding. But we made the best of it, and it was an amazing time and some of the best photos I've taken the whole year. She got clear umbrellas, we had some awesome covered options so that we could get some outdoor photos in the fresh air without her getting rained on and her dress getting wet. So you really want to make sure you have some rain options that you like, things that you're prepared for, so that if rain or weather does try to derail your day, it can't. Let me know if you want more tips about how to handle rain on your big day. Okay, this third one, it might rock the boat a little bit, but as a wedding photographer, it needs to be said. Another sign that your wedding might suck is if you planned the entire day around the photos you want, you're not going to enjoy it the way you want to. I have so many couples come to me with hundreds of Pinterest inspo photos and so many different locations and parts of their venue that they want to take pictures in, and so many different shots that they've seen on TikTok and want to recreate. And all of that is exciting, and it's great to have some ideas to show your photographer of like, hey, we love this pose. That's great. But if you're spending the whole day just revolving around the photos you want taken and trying to do everything that you've seen online, it is going to make your wedding day suck. Because You're planning the day, making that shot list, but what you're not picturing is that you have like 100 people that you love also in the room as you're running around trying to get all these different photos, going to all these different locations, and it just makes it harder to enjoy the day. One of my couples last year gave me this extensive shot list, hundreds of Pinterest inspo photos, and I tried to let them know gently, like, I want you to make sure you're still having time to enjoy your day. In 6 or 8 hours of coverage, this won't give you a lot of wiggle room of time to chat with guests or interact or do anything else besides take photos. And they said they were happy with the plan and wanted to proceed with it. And let me tell you, by the time we were supposed to get right back outside for sunset photos, they both said they were so tired of taking photos. And this wasn't because I was just trying to drag them around to take a bunch of photos. It was only because I was just strictly following the shot list that they gave me. So this is something that's really important to plan with your photographer ahead of time. And if there's pockets of the day that you want to be able to just be in the moment, whether with you and your partner or you and some of your guests, you need to plan ahead for those, because otherwise all the photos you plan can eat up the entire experience. I think honestly, one of the best things that I've seen is I had a couple who told me they mostly wanted candid photos. Just obviously the family portraits, a few portraits of them, their bridal party and friends, but for the most part, they just wanted their wedding day captured. And the reason for this is because they actually took bridal portraits on their honeymoon. I thought that this was so amazing because I only pulled them out for a couple minutes just to get a few portraits at their wedding day of the two of them. But for the most part, they got to just party and enjoy the moment and still get all those Pinterest inspo photos that they've seen in a location that they wanted later on. In fact, a lot of the celebrities that you see and social media influencers with tons of amazing wedding photos, they often have taken them over a whole weekend or over a lot of time. It's not all happening in one day. Trust me, most of us do not have time for a full-fledged photo shoot on our wedding day, and that's okay. Make sure to set realistic expectations and have open communication with your photographer about all of this. I promise you it will help you to enjoy your wedding day so much more. All right, my fourth reason that your wedding might suck is if you are completely inflexible. Like if you feel like everything has to go exactly according to your plan and what you envisioned, I have some bad news for you. It probably won't. Almost every wedding that I've ever covered, something happens that wasn't expected or something has to get adjusted just based on life happening, reality, right? And so make sure you're not going into your wedding day just unable to have anything change. Obviously, the big things that are important to you, you sometimes have to hold your ground and make sure that you get that. But when it comes to the little things, you gotta kind of let it go. Even if you planned and made time for it, try not to let it ruin your experience of your wedding day, because that change in your attitude can really put a dark cloud on such a beautiful day. I once witnessed a bride who had put a lot of time and effort into doing a lot of DIY decorations for her wedding, and she did an amazing job. Like, she crushed it. I was impressed as someone who's not very good at DIY projects. But because she had put so much time into those things, she was so specific about how they were displayed to her guests. And at one point, right after her wedding ceremony, she noticed the fact that her welcome sign wasn't placed where she wanted it to be. Now, I've worked at this venue before in the past, and I know they always place the wedding signage in the same spot every time. So it was definitely an honest mistake, or even something that wasn't communicated in the first place of where she wanted that sign to be displayed. And all the guests were able to see it in the place it was put, but she absolutely freaked out and almost ruined her dress trying to move the sign herself to the location that she wanted it to be. She did such an amazing job, and I understand wanting it to be where you envisioned it, but I just felt so bad for her because in that moment, her entire enjoyment of the wedding day was based on this one item that honestly most of the guests looked at, maybe took a picture of, and then walked away. So just remember that couples who enjoy their wedding day most aren't the ones whose plans were executed perfectly, it's the ones that chose to enjoy that day the most. Before I share my last point, let me know in the comments which of these do you think is the most important. This last one might upset some people, but I want to tell you, one of the reasons your wedding might suck is if you spend just way, way, way more than you can afford. This one is huge and people don't talk about it enough. So when you drastically overspend, that financial stress just gets tied into the enjoyment of your wedding day. This is the exact reason why I don't give discounts. And it's because actually the people who stretched their budget so far to be able to get your services often are the ones who end up enjoying it the least. Not because you didn't do a good job, but because they have so much attached to how much they spent on you. And when people spend way out of their budget, they just want to make sure that they get their entire money's worth, that everything is just amazing and above and beyond what they were promised, because they're tying it to how much more they spent than they could actually afford. Some vendors will try to pull all the sales tactics to get you to spend way more than what's comfortable for you, but I'm just telling you, don't fall for it, because at the end of the day, your enjoyment will just get decreased by the stress and just expectations that come along with paying for something that really isn't okay with you and the budget that you decided on. I'm telling you, nothing in your wedding is worth starting the marriage stressing about finances. If you're able to avoid all 5 of these, you're already way ahead of most couples. So don't feel bad if you may have one or more of these things. Just remember to enjoy your wedding day, be fully present, and be flexible. It's going to be amazing. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I share wedding tips and entertainment every Friday. Oh, if you enjoyed this video, here's another one I think you'll like.